Hey everybody, this is Charles Calhoun, aka the ShadeTree Pro. Hey, listen, I was asked an absolute great question, by a gentleman, and it was, matter of fact, it was here at Marriott Grand Vista. When he asked me, he said, "ShadeTree, what are you trying to prove in golf? Are you trying to prove something?" And he is absolutely right and spot on. I am trying to prove something. So what am I trying to prove? The number one thing that I am trying to prove in teaching of the golf swing, that we spend more time trying to convince golfers how their swings are different, that we do not pay attention to that we got more things that are alike than we have different. Now, the number one thing that we have that's alike, in a sense, that every individual who plays the game of golf, they must hold the golf club in their hand, except for some handicap or something of that nature. Let's just say everybody, our health is good, whatever. You must hold the golf club in your hand. Your feet must be on the ground, on the surface. You have your feet there. We bend at our hips. We bend at our knees. We lift the club up in the air. We bring it back down. We bring it back up. We can turn, whatever you want to do. Our head sets on top of our body. Our eyes, in essence, are set inside of our skull, in a sense. I'm going to throw mine in there. The dead finger is the same for everybody. It works exactly the same. And these are just some of them. No matter what we do in swinging a golf club, even if we have some limitations in itself, to where we can't get it up too far, we can't get it up low, that don't make the golf swing different. That's just the difference of your feel and your rhythm. But the essence of it, whether you can only get the golf club up this far, it still goes up. It still has to come down to strike the ball. So we're spending too much time trying to teach people how everything is different. And in the essence of doing that, of trying to teach people and show people where everybody's golf swing is different, then I think that's in line the problems that we have. That's almost like society when it comes to color and different. We're trying to teach everybody and show everybody how my skin color might be different from your skin color, so that makes us different. But in the essence of it, we're still all human beings. We're all still doing the same thing. We're all going to live. We're all going to die. So we need to stop, especially in golf instruction, we need to stop trying to teach people how they're so different and start paying more attention to how we are the same. And we probably would come to a better consensus of understanding the golf swing, in essence, and definitely under the ShadeTree Pro swing system and philosophy. I don't care what anybody says. I teach everybody the same. I teach them the things that matter, that we all do the same. We all hold the golf club in our hand. Our feet touch the ground. We got to bring the club up. We got to bring it down, and then back up. Now, are there different feels and rhythms that you're going to have? Yes, because rhythm and feel is individual to us. So my rhythm of how I take this up and how I bring it back down, now that may be different, but the essence of what I'm doing, of what the action is exactly the same for everybody. So all my subscribers out there, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. All my subscribers out there, get away from this thinking that you're doing something different, because you're not. Every single one of my subscribers, every single golfer that's ever played this game, I don't care who it is, from the guys that's in the graveyard to the guys that's still standing on the earth today, regardless, they're all doing the same thing. Only thing that's different is their rhythm. And a lot of times we're doing things in a golf swing that may seem like it worked because it's compensations, in a sense, because we're trying to make something different. You don't have to do it, people. All you have to do is understand that we're all creating a setup. I've got my upper body, middle body, lower body in its essence, but it still don't take away that the golf club comes up, the golf club comes down. Now, we can figure out different ways that we want to do it, in a sense. At the end of the day, the bottom of the arc in itself is absolutely the same for everybody. Nobody's bottom of the arc is over the top like this. Everybody's bottom of the arc is just like that. Now, we can create the angle of attack that we do, with our rhythms or whatever the deal is, but the better your angle of attack, the better the player is. So at the end of the day, we're all doing Exactly the same thing. Only thing is different is, like I said, is our feelings. I did a thing in one of my clinics. I said, you know, you may take this finger like this, and where you from, you may think that feeling is clicking off a light switch. Another one may think it's wiping down the wall or whatever you think. But at the end of the day, the action is still that finger bends and that finger comes down. You know, abduction and abduction, it's, you know, it's the same for everybody. Rotation is rotation. It doesn't matter, people. And that's what we need to get away from. To be good teachers, in the sense, you know, sometimes you got to throw the ego out of the door and you got to start paying attention, because the whole purpose of it is look, I want my people to come to me and be done and get rid of them fast. I want them to be friends. I don't want them to sit there hanging around every day and just trying to say, oh, I got to figure this out and got to figure that out or whatever. You know, I'm showing you the simplicity that no matter what you do, you still got to get this club up in the air. You still got to get it back down. Now, you're going to make adjustments with your grips here and there, whatever, but based on, you know, your hand size, all that. Now, we're going to have differences there in hand size, but it doesn't change the fact that the club is still held in the hand. We still strike with the club face. The shaft in itself is still a connection between the grip and the club face. All these things matter, people. Now, the compensations that we, like I said, the compensations that we make is based on, here's this what it is. The compensation that we make is based probably more on bad information, more so than what an individual needs to do. And I still say it, and I don't have no problem saying, I say the biggest problem that why people don't improve is not because their inability, it's because the information. It's kind of like if you're teaching me how to make an apple pie and then you give me oranges. You know, I may still make a nice pie, but then again, you know what? I didn't make an apple pie. And that's kind of how I think what's happening in the golf swing, in the information of golf swing. We're just giving the wrong, it's like we're giving the wrong recipe for what we're trying to create. Now you see a lot of people that start to talk about how the trail arm comes down and all of that, you know, and y'all, my followers, y'all know I've been talking about that for years. Because why? Because that's a true athletic motion. And the right side, or the trail side, is the only one that's behind the ball. That only makes sense. And that's another one right there, people. It doesn't make a difference whether it's you, me, tall, green, yellow, short, or whatever. The trail side is always naturally behind the golf ball. So we don't have to do all this stuff to try to get behind the ball. We're already behind it if we set up properly to the golf ball. Or even if we don't set up properly to the golf ball, we're still behind it. So like I said, pay more attention to what in the golf swing, when you're looking at your videos, whether it's mine, whatever, pay attention to the things that you do absolutely like. The same, whether it's Tiger Woods, Jack Nicklaus, or whatever. The club still got to go up. The club still got to come down. It's still got to be held in your hand. You still got to look with your eyes. Your feet still touch the ground. And remember my thing I talk about, the head, the hands, and the feet. Where's the path? The hands are always going to swing underneath the chin or over top of the feet, or you want to call it underneath the eyes and over top of the feet. It doesn't matter. That's still part of the head, part of the structure. People, let's get to paying attention to the things that we all do alike. And I promise you, more than anything, that we do absolutely way more things in the golf swing that are exactly the same in essence than we do that are different. Give that an understanding. Let me hit one for you here. So you can see this. Club go up, club come down, and with me, an awesome strike. You got to love that, people. Hey, this is Charles Calhoun, aka the ShadeTree Pro. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel. I still want to get to 200,000 viewers. My content is always going to be free because I'm out here to help you. I'm teaching you the ShadeTree Pro swing system and philosophy and the things we all do alike. And that is what I'm out to do. That is my purpose in golf, is to teach and let people understand the things that we all do alike in the golf swing, and it'll make the golf swing much simpler to perform, and definitely much simpler to understand. Charles Calhoun, aka the ShadeTree Pro, and always good golfing.